Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign. There is none, day 17 of 21. But anyways, today, we got ourselves a new pet. First thing we're gonna go for, we got the Scar Bear, obviously associated to that of the New Kingdom. Little mystic pet going on here. We are gonna be one-shotting it real quick, getting our copies of it, and go from there. So definitely make sure to grab them if you haven't already. It will be back in drop table immediately. However, finding it, like pretty much any pet in drop table right now, is very annoying to do. So, do be wary of that. So, good idea to get it now. However, it will be in drop table literally tomorrow as well. Might just be a little bit hard to find. So, if you are trying to get it maxed, could be quite a while before it naturally gets maxed. Definitely make sure you get your at least one guarantee copy today. But anyways, hello everyone. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful, wonderful week so far. And a wonderful new year. Hello, Roman. Hello, Isabel. Hello, yeah. Hello, Sani. Hello, Roman. Hello, Michael. Hello, Solitary. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Lester. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Mr. Z. Hello, Cookie, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's go get this pet. We're definitely going to be prioritizing PvP, I think, tonight. We are still very low. Actually, this is the lowest we've ever been at this point in the week. We definitely got to step up that power grind soon. But we'll do that soon. We're not going to do too much tonight. I need to get some more time during the day to actually go do it. We still need to go cover that one Teams video for the PvP thing. But after that, we just need to go grind the PvP thing like crazy. Because we are falling behind a little. And by a little, I mean, gosh, I don't want to know. I haven't even looked at it today. I have not even looked at it. I am pretty sure we are 10% of the way to top 5. And we want to try to make top 5. I do want to try moving up to diamond rank if we can. Would be ideal. That might be a little bit hard to do the following week. Next week should be the hardest week almost to end up doing it, as it will be our last promotion week to get into diamond rank. So we'll see how that goes. All I know is we are definitely way behind this week. Actually, I'm not even sure if I'm in the promotion area. Though in all fairness, I haven't claimed the free... Actually, there's one goal I have for this stream, probably. We still need to go claim all of our free VP that you get for a week. Still haven't even done the 6,500 grind, let alone the, like the probably 50,000 we'll need to do by the end of the weekend. Well, we got all weekend, so not too big of a rush for it. I already see people getting like 10, 20, 30,000 a single day. So it won't be that bad to go do, like the 50,000 we need in a couple days. Oh, gosh, this whole point of this team is to throw down a buff so this thing can one-shot, and I don't even bother doing it. Honestly, I should switch out this team if I'm never doing that. It feels like my issue I have with, like, Urskia Shield Rowan, where I always forget to use Urskia Shield before I do Rowan at the kill range where we need to start doing it. I do that so often with this team as well, where I forget to cast the whole premise of the team, which is to do Empress, and then do your Diamantina. So that it actually has kill range here to one-shot the final 2 fights. Otherwise, it won't. Well, there we go. How many copies did we get? 1! That's unfortunate. But 1 is still enough. It's at least guaranteed. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, yeah, upgradable. That's correct. And, oh, we actually have a couple here. We have the Bone Puppy. Oh, yeah. This was the, Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. This might actually be the first time this has happened to us. I didn't even think about that. We maxed out the story pet before we maxed out the normal version. I guess this isn't the first time that this has happened, or is it? But yeah, we've actually maxed the story pet before we got the normal version max. That's kind of funny. Because most of those were the other way around because that mechanic already existed at the time. I said, hello, Outlander! Hello, Maximus! Welcome, welcome. You read back, or you watched back the questline reading? Oh, did you see, was it that night? Wait. No, I think it was Tuesday night stream. We had a really amazing moment for the win for the trials. We did half of it on, actually most of it on Monday. But we finished out last night, and we had such an amazing fight for it. I was happy with that fight. It was very intense, and we did win at the end. Is there anything else we still need to do here? It has like a blue icon. What does it even stand for? Because we finished trials, obviously. Oh, maybe it means under Spire? What does that blue icon mean? I actually completely forget. Oh, you know why I never bothered looking? What does the tribute give? Ah, just a weird mix. was hoping for a lot of glory there. Obviously, that can't be upgraded yet. We need more troops. This we could upgrade by 1, but it doesn't really do anything for us. And under Spire, we will be getting around to, just not right now. Still need to go get all the crown guys. I think we can finish out Tower of Doom tonight. Let's go do that. We should, if we get good Valraven luck. This fight right here should be a Valraven based on where we left off yesterday. And as long as we get at least one other Valraven, I think we have enough. Oh, no Valraven. Okay. But as long as we can get 2 Valravens at some point today, I think we have enough battles. If we only get 1, I'm pretty sure we don't have enough. I'm about to find out. We'll go for one more poke with you, get all that matched. Just go for that again. Hopefully it actually lands extra turn. No! The bad thing about Stellarex, its extra turn rate's not the greatest. It's not the worst, but could be a bit higher. For something kind of meant to be like a loop option, it's not particularly good at looping. Damage, really good. Loop capability, not the greatest. Like, we already missed like 4 times this fight with it. And then other times it hits every single time, so win some, you lose some. What tier did we buy? Tier 4. I don't ever buy more than tier 4 for this. Unless we have to scout like crazy for our guild, which is very rare. Even on weeks where we have to scout a lot, I still can normally get away with tier 4. It just takes us way longer into the week to finish it. We're on floor 22. Do we have any more fireballs or heroisms? We do. Actually, this floor is the one that gives it to us. I'm trying to do some math here. Yeah, we still need 2 Valravens. I'm trying to figure out where my fireballs are, though. 1, 2, 3. Do we have enough for a 4? No. Alright, so our heroism is on floor 25. We fireball, fireball, fireball. 1 fight, 2 fight, 3 fight, 4 fight, 5. I need 5 sigils. I currently have 3. I just need a Valraven and we're done. Alright, so we don't even need 2 Valravens. 1 more Valraven and we won. Because we're on floor 22 right now. I take both of these. So 1, 2, 3, because the boss fight. Fireball, 4. Fireball, fireball, 5. Heroism, we're done. And that means we would need 5 sigils from now, assuming we don't misclick a room. Alright, where are we right now? We are on floor 22. But yeah, that means we are done. We should be done. We just need 4 and 5 here. Because unless I misclick something, or lose a fight somehow, all we need to do is get that Valraven killed and we won. Easy as that at this point. This will play it super safe. I'm just going to spam it until it's dead. Or until it's in Stellarex range. I'm never going to risk the really high chance Rubraf extra turn. I'm going to keep doing this until it's perfectly in range. And now we kill it. And now we can spam it. Unless that thing wants to devour us a billion times over, which is not impossible, though very unlikely. Was hello, Humberto. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Draco. Welcome, welcome. Was hello, Tyrion. If I don't want to say hi, welcome, welcome. Alright, 22. 4, 5. Go back down. And we're good to go. Why don't you use the 2 times Empress for the Diamantina team? 2 times Empress, 2 times Empress. Oh, why don't I double up on Empress? Because it doesn't need that much damage. You mean the team we were using earlier? It's because 1 Empress is already enough damage. There are some modes where I guess you could do 2, but I was using 2 initially for, and I didn't really care for 2 as much on the team. Compared to running the 1 with more mana accumulation. Because even if you have to double cast it, I feel like it's still better just with just a single Empress. What do we need here? Throw the poke. And dead. Yeah, that should be everything we need on this floor. Let me just double check just to make sure we're not missing something vital. Nope, we got the fireball, we got the unlock, and there we go. And here forth, we don't have to do any standard rooms, and we'll only have to take out 2 bosses now. The floor 23 boss and the floor 24 boss. And we got a backup Valraven, though we will not need it. Just want to do some extra fights. Ooh, wow, you're missing? That's not ideal. A good thing I don't need that Valraven. There's a small chance it will escape. Good thing he's being blocked by a different yellow. Because there's a real chance it could escape otherwise. Alright, I think we're fine now. Rubraf, please. I know you have an extra turn chance. Land it at some point. I know it's low. No! Okay, just to play it safe. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hold up. My mana accumulation... My mana accumulator just did, like, nothing. Hold up. We could actually lose now. Hold the holds. You got a random Devourer from the, small percent chance. Good thing we don't need this. Actually, we do need this. I need to not lose this fight. We were allowed to lose the Devour even, but I can't actually lose this fight. Otherwise, we don't have enough sigils. So let me go make sure this thing doesn't devour us again. You need to go get mana. You need to stop trying to get mana. Good, he doesn't have 13 plus brown. Do I just take a red? I'm not gonna risk it. If 2 browns fall, he could devour us. Alright, now we should be back to normal. Alright, let me go kill this before somehow... How are you missing so hard? What happened? What did we do wrong? Well, I guess we're down a whole troop right now, but still. Our turn rate shouldn't be that much worse. Alright, good thing we never need to cast that other thing. Also, why am I giving him free skull? Luckily, his attack value doesn't do too much to that much defense. Alright, just don't devour that. Good. You just died to Death Mark. Did you just die to Death Mark? Wait. That was my Rubraf cast! What's going on? We actually legitimately lost this fight. I should have cast the Rubraf. I was considering it, and it didn't. Really should have. Alright. Let's kill that out. We'll be fine. Oh, we're not gonna be fine. What hero class are we right now? Dragon Guard. You don't have any way to rebarrier, do you? Oh, we have the weapon. Time to finally use this weapon that I don't even have tempered, because I didn't think we'd actually ever need it at any point. Apparently we need it exactly right now. The funny thing is, we probably will win this fight. Like, this isn't really much of a we'll lose situation. We still could, but it's very unlikely that we would. Though we could still die to random Death Mark. Which you know is going to happen. No, he has to have a mana cost. As long as he's not taking brown, we should be okay here. What a weird fight. How did this turn into this? Where did everything go wrong? Alright, we'll take that, I guess. Actually, I gotta deny his brown. We got a skull out of it. That's not good. Oh, maybe we're not finishing today. I would have to... All I have to do is land 1 skull on him and we win. Oh, there we go. What a weird fight. But hey, a win's a win. Now we have some backup battles in case we somehow lose. Alright. 23. We just fireball that and then we're moving on. Fireball there. Alright, we're good to go. And it should be the second to last fight we have to take. The last one being in on the next floor thing. You farmed up to another 2 mil gold off of PvP today? Nice. Yeah, PvP does give a surprisingly good amount of gold. It used to be the way that gold was farmed back in the day. And it's still a pretty good method too. It's not the absolute best method to in the current state of game, but it's definitely a very solid method too. It still gives a ton of gold. And with all the other rewards, might as well. Let's see. Throw that down. Throw another one down. You got 3 million just by the time it hit lunchtime? Oh gosh. I should have some time this weekend to hopefully do some full day grinds. Not sure if I'll stream it during midday. But we should be able to. Isabel, I haven't bothered trying to do that yet. Maybe if we do another stream for it, we will. Because I haven't bothered trying to. Let's see, 2 and 3. I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward, though. We'll take that one. Take that one. That should be our last fireball. As well as our unlock. And now this should be the final boss of the Tower of Doom. And then we're done. Alright, what do we need here? We'll grab that to go poke it. We need to make sure we don't miss, otherwise we get Spirit Foxed. So I'm just gonna get the Doom into kill range just to play it really safe, just in case. Had some needlessly sketchy fights already. See, why can't Stellarex always do this? If this was this default Stellarex, we'd use it on every team forever. Are we doing Pokemon stream tonight? No, I'm not sure what next one will be. And now we're done, right? Yeah, all we have to do is use a heroism here. We use a heroism right there. And that is Tower of Doom completed. In all of its glory. And by that, I mean, how many Dooms did we get? 60, which should be bare minimum for this week then. which is getting to 25. Oh no, we still have someone at 0. Oh, they might be a new recruit though. Let's see. They're right at the bare minimum line. Apparently someone might have just skipped a lucky though. But 60 would be, if you took every lucky up to basic completion, you would get 60 from our guild this week. We got some slackers. Half the guild. That's fine. These leaderboard means so little. Hey, we're in top 25 though. Oh, the Black Hand is actually first. Oh, you know what's funny? I wonder if this is the Black Hand. The first guild I ever made in this game when I actually joined it was called the Black Hand. I'm not sure if this is the same Black Hand or if this is a different Black Hand. But, yeah, we did make a Black Hand guild. And, yeah, it was the first guild we ever made when we came into the game back in 2014. Too bad there isn't, like, a start date for a guild here. To see if it was started in 2014. Because if this Black Hand was started in 2014, I think that is my guild. Or was my guild. Because I originally made it with a friend, then eventually, I was the owner of it, and then eventually I just banded it for a bigger guild. Because it was just too annoying to keep recruiting and everything for it. And then eventually later on, we made our own guild, again. More officially this time. Rather than jointly or anything. And, yeah, here we are, how many days later? Let's see, and here we are 2,729 days later. But anyways, what was I looking for? I was about to go claim something and already forgot what it was. I don't think it was anything too important. Let me grab these. What is gems even from? Oh, that was from upgrading the pets. Anyways, well, Tower of Doom completed. So main weekly event done. Trial already finished. That event already finished. All you could do is spend your old currency, which we already got everything for. Anything else? Anything else? I guess we'll go take out Adventure Board and the other thing. Not much here. We'll take the 10 gems, though. With a Magnesia team, go take out Dungeon. I know that's not English, but they could have changed it into a non-English guild. Because the guild at one point had, like, 0 members, pretty much. Like, the guild was almost, like, full abandoned at one point. Not, like, full abandoned, but nearly full abandoned. So it's very possible that someone just changed it into a Russian guild. Just because it already had so much progress rather than making a new one from scratch. But it could also just be a completely different Black Hand. Because what that guild had happened to it was kind of like what ended up happening here. Like if we go to, like right here, go to leagues, go to, notice how this guild has like no one in it? Or this one, for example. That's basically what happened to the guild. It was like really prosperous and then like no one was in it. And then the guild just slowly just kind of, got torn apart from there and then just everyone left. That's pretty much what happened. Which I'm kind of surprised. Even Interim is down quite a few people right now. If we go check guild, I just noticed that, like, peripherally. Interim's only at 19 out of 30? This was the #1 guild in the game at one point. And they're down to 1930 right now. And I assume that's not all new recruits trying to be coming in. That's a lot of new recruits. Like, this makes sense. Like, yeah, they're trying to get 2 new recruits. But this is like a max exodus from the guild kind of situation. Which happens to some guilds at sometimes. Actually, even our guild that we're in right now had a situation like that. We lost, like, more than half the guild. We were down to, like, 10 out of 30 at one point. And then we just rebuilt from there. But we had a point where, like, more than half the guild left randomly. I'm still not sure exactly how or why that happened. It just kind of happened one day. But, I guess they went to go form their own guild or something. I have no clue. But, yeah, even this guild had it happen to. It happens to, like, every guild at some point. Or, like, half the guild just, like, disappears out of nowhere for some reason. Let's see. We'll go through that down. You're too bummed out from this new PvP? Oh, no, I don't mind it. Hey, no. Also, we got a lot of Vault Event weekends coming up. I do feel like it still needs quite a bit of refining. That assumably they'd be doing over the course of the year as they, you know, keep doing a bunch of PvP-related updates. Also really curious to see what the Alliance feature does and stuff like that. And of course, Guild Wars is obviously going to be getting reworked, potentially sooner than we think. Because there's a chance they might do a rework for it before, Does this count as gaining glory? No, it doesn't. They might do a rework before we even have the next Guild War. Oh, come on, weakness trap. That's the most annoying one too. Honestly, I'd almost rather have silence than have the weakness trap. They're both absurdly annoying, but honestly, 20% less stats is almost more annoying than being silenced for a few turns. No, I feel like Alliances is going to end up being some kind of co-op feature. It's going to be some kind of co-op feature. Real time, otherwise, I have no clue. But I'm pretty sure Alliances will be some form of co-op. How it'll be implemented and what the rewards are for it, I have not the slightest clue. But my bet for it is it's some form of co-op mode. For some kind of new mode that would be, you know, under the Alliances tab. PvP is a psychological warfare. The trick is to make the rest of the bracket think you're crazy and have no life, so they can shoot for second place. That is one strategy. Though there's a strategy that requires less effort, and it's the one I'm implementing right now. It is don't do Guild War until the weekend, and then just power grind the Guild War on the weekend. Or not Guild War, I mean PvP. That way they think you're not a threat, and then you just magically go up like 30 to 50,000 within 2 to 3 days. That's my strategy. Most because I don't have the time to do the 100,000 plus strategy, where you get such a heavy lead that no one even tries to contest you. My strategy is to have such a underwhelming, non-existent lead that they don't think we're a threat, and then we pass them. That way, instead of having to like power grind for 7 days, we only have to power grind for like 3 days. Alright, I'll take that one over. Get our explosion. Get a little bit of purple in there. You're trying to get 69k PvP? Nice. My goal for this week's probably about 30,000, I would say. Whatever's needed to make the bracket up. Right now, actually, that's something I haven't checked yet. Let's see, how much do we even need to make our bracket right now? If I go check PvP. If I had to guess, it is currently 22,000. Also, yeah, we're actually in the demotion zone. Of course, we're getting more later. Oh, wow, it's actually pretty close. We would need... I said 22,000. We actually need 20,000. Also, first place is not that hard. Oh. That's doable. I'm saying that as I currently have like 3,000. But that is very doable. 32,000? Because my goal was probably to hit about 30,000. If not more. And that's pretty close. Obviously, it's only on Wednesday. They can still get plenty more points between now and Sunday. But that is very, very doable. Interesting. And obviously, our main goal is to be above this line. But if we're already that close to that line, might as well. We'll see. I'm actually really surprised to see how close my second and third is. They're basically the same score. Actually, all three of these are surprisingly, like, near tied with each other. Also, I don't think anyone's on leaderboard. Wisp was earlier, but I don't think 32,000's leaderboard anymore. Yeah. Even though he was at leaderboard at one point, he's no longer a leaderboard haver. We would need 52,000 for that at this point. What's first place at these days? Only a small 243,583. Gosh, that is high. And there's another one from their guild up there, too. Is Sons of Anarchy the main big one? Because there's like 3 of them. Is that the #1 guild in the game right now? I would assume so. Based on those numbers. Isn't that the new #1 guild? Sons of Anarchy? Yeah, it is. Okay. That makes sense. They hold, like, half the top 10 positions on the PvP leaderboard. Makes sense. I'm actually surprised. Where's the first Marshall one? Because they're really beating out the leaderboard race right now. Let's see. Let's go check the ladder. How far do we have to go down to see a Marshall? Pretty far. Marshall? Is that theirs? Alright, knife. Compared to Sons of Anarchy having 1, 2, 3... Oh, they only have 3 of the top 10. It's still a lot, though. They have 1st, 3rd, and 5th. They're probably trying to get 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I wouldn't be surprised. The other two are just slacking. Well, technically that guy isn't. The other one is. But anyways. Alright, so, PvP? Is it time to do PvP? Now that I look at it, what else do we still have to do? There's not that many events going on. Let me just do a head check. I still need to get the crowns, but we could do any other thing. This event is Tower of Doom. We literally just finished it. Campaign is not till next week. Adventure board we just did. Dailies will get done. Oh, I do need to go on my way to do some explore, I guess. Actually, you know what? Since we have to do it anyways, let's go do that and then do that into some PvP. So let's go do some PvP right now. But since I already have to do a small amount of this, let me go straight to Dust Devil team on this, and then we'll go head back to PvP then. That'll work out. The new pet, I already grabbed a new pet. It was the first thing we did at the beginning of the stream, so I wouldn't forget to do it. I only got one copy of it, unfortunately. Just a guarantee copy. But yeah, that was the very literal first thing we did, just so we wouldn't forget about it. How about Underspire? Oh yeah, we do need to go to Underspire. That is true. So since I'm using the XP booster right now, I feel like we'd win PvP quicker than Underspire. So after we get 2 sets of Explore done, I think we go head over to PvP until this XP booster is done. And then after that, we'll go do some Underspire. That will probably hand out a code and then do PvP for the rest of the stream after that. But yeah, Underspire is really annoying this week. Just because we have to use the very annoying teams. You only have like 6 troops to even choose from. Did I gain a level yet? Surprisingly, no. I'm not sure how. Hopefully this XP booster will get us quite a bit closer. I have no clue how we haven't, but I haven't actually gained a level since the patch. Or not since the patch, but since this week started. So it's been like 3 days and we still haven't gained a level. I think one of those days I did forget to go use the XP booster. Can't remember if it was Monday or yesterday. We're obviously using it today. We're literally using it right now. I think 1 to 3 days I did forget to XP boost. For the 15-minute thing. Alright, there's our explore done. Now we can go to PvP. And now we go for PvP for 13 minutes. And then after that we'll go do Underspire. It is the game plan. Oh, he has some skull creation of his own. Got a skull wars going on here. Joke's on you, though. We have 3. And yours is also dead. Honestly, it's more beneficial if it actually stayed alive. We gain way more of a benefit from it than he does. Whoever has more of the gem creators basically just gets the bigger benefit. Both teams have it. And easy as that. And of course, we are still silver mark farming. We haven't gotten to 2 pets for this week yet. I'm not quite sure how close we are to the first one, though we haven't claimed our free 100 silver yet this week either. Do you go after luck scrolls? Yes. Luck scrolls give 2 extra doom kills. It's not really too important. It's mostly to help get all the rewards a little bit quicker. But yes, it is advised to take every luck, as each one counts as 2 doom kills. The only one that my guild reports that is worth skipping is Haste. Haste just gives you an extra sigil. Which the only purpose of that would be if you were like losing a lot of Vow Ravens and or battles. Or if you had to scout some. And try to catch up on battles. But otherwise you can ignore all the hastes, which is the lowercase h. So make sure not to skip the heroism, the uppercase h, because that one is very important. You think I'll read your comment? Underspire. Let's see. What is a good orc team when you only have 1 Eye of Argus? Use the Empower Skulls. There are Empower Skulls in this location. I forget their two names, but just type in Empower for Orc and you'll see them. Use those two Empower Skull options. That will be your main bet with your Ogresses. Or with your Eye of Argris. And if you have 0 Eye of Argrisses, the other route would be to replace it with one of the Empower Man Accumulators from the place. But if you have 1 Eye of Argris, you could do it with 2 of the Skull Spam. Let's see. Under Spire, Lost Hunter, Sands of Midnight. I don't have Sands of Midnight yet, though. I was considering switching weapon once we did, though. Well, we don't have the weapon yet, so we can't end up running it. But I probably will for Thursday when we have it. Because we should have it by then. We won't have it for today, but we will 100% have it by tomorrow. I'll also likely mention it potentially for the Friday video. Because we're going to have 2 videos going up on Friday. We should have one tomorrow, hopefully going over PvP teams finally. He's getting pushed back. But the other video we should have, or 2 videos that we should have up on Friday will be the Mythic video, because we're getting a new Mythic, and the Hero Class video, because we're getting a brand new Hero Class. Not sure what order I'll cover the 2 in. It'd be quicker to get the Mythic video out, but it would be probably more important that I get the new class video out. Because I don't think the Mythic's that relevant this time around. In all fairness, the class isn't too relevant either, but it is still a new class nonetheless. Because I so far recall, this Hero Class is actually really bad. Of all the newer Hero Classes we've gotten, I think it might actually be the worst new Hero Class we've gotten in the last couple years. But they can't all be like the meta. Because they were doing a very long streak of ridiculously good hero classes. So I guess it's just a matter of time before they finally did something that wasn't like the meta for the rest of time. You're already losing on 19 and 20 Tower of Doom? Oh no! Yeah, we actually almost lost that one fight in Tower of Doom. Also because of that Devourer. And then a Death Mark. I didn't even think about that. We actually got Devoured and Death Marked in the same fight. We still won, though, just because, even with less dragons, that one red looping dragon can still loop into himself. Just with much less consistency. Yeah, you can ignore fireballs after 25. Because fireballs are basically like haste after 25. Because the difficulty doesn't ever get any harder after that. The reason why you take earlier fireballs is you're basically replacing an easier fight for a harder fight. But fireballs after 25 become pointless just because you're replacing out a fight for the same difficulty fight. I guess you do get like a little bit of loot for that, but it's essentially just nothing. Like it's pretty much neutral into itself. Remember when the devs messed up Sunspear? Yeah, I have no clue what exactly happened with that. I think it was miscommunication when Salty was mentioning how to change a troop or something. It even shows she played the game, she didn't really play the game, so she didn't understand what the problem was with it. I had a really big issue with that in Puzzle Quest 3 for one of the bugs. Where because she doesn't actually play the game and she's like the main communication to like the devs of things that they should fix, I couldn't properly explain the bug to her because she doesn't actually play the game. And I'm pretty sure that bug still exists to Puzzle Quest 3 to this day. So I wouldn't know because I haven't played it in years. I will take that one over. Yeah, the Sunspear one was really funny. You got some sand in your shoes? Oh gosh. I actually don't ever bring flip-flops or shoes to the beach ever. I just go barefoot there. It's close enough that it doesn't really matter. I haven't been to the beach yet this year, though. Though, in all fairness, this year has been 3 days so far, so I really had the chance to. Let's see, War Gear. What XP boost do we have left? 5 minutes. We'll do 5 more minutes of PvP, then we'll go do the entirety of Underspire. Purple to green. We'll take that. A polar bear swim? Oh, I've never actually done one of those. I've heard of them before. And I've seen them before. I've never bothered doing one. Yeah, that's normally hosted pretty close to where I am as well. Which is why I've seen a couple before. I would never go in water that cold, though. A little bit too cold for me. Yeah, they do it at a lot of places. I just mean that normally around me, it's hosted around the same spot most years. Most because the ease of access to getting to the beach and the parking spots. Because even though the beach is all around the coast, obviously, because that's how beaches work, there's only a few locations that have really good parking near me. So they tend to do it around the locations that have really good parking. As it would be substantially more inconvenient doing at the locations that have unoptimal parking. I kind of need that to live. Whoops. I just assumed that was enough damage. I didn't even bother double checking. Luckily, it was. You just got robbed a win due to getting a kill on cast from Ironhawk, but not being able to target spell. Oh no! Yeah, there's a couple weird glitches like that still. I haven't seen like one like that in a while though. They used to be really common. Or you get like soft lock out of a battle. They fix most situations with it, but there are still a few that get through. So gotta make sure we always target Wolf Garrick here because he actually is impervious. Which means we won't be able to devour him with the side effect of the thing. Alright, 1 minute left. Where can we go? Where is it? Where is it? Goblin. Honestly, I feel like making the Goblin just into a Truffle team. I did the Goblin meta, but the meta's a little bit slower. It's really good at not losing, but it's slower at winning. Compared to the alternative, which is spam Truffle until you win. I'll take out 4 more fights here, and then we'll go head over to, I guess, do the entirety of Underspire. then we'll go hand out a code, and then we'll mess with PvP the rest of the time. Because I kind of want to try hitting the 19th reward tonight. And then maybe even use all those boosters. Which means if we're going to do that, we're actually going to be going for like another hour and a half. We're just going to go for a while if that's going to be the case. Maybe we do save some of that for tomorrow. But I wanted to try getting it exactly so our PvP tier would be like right at the mark. So I probably will do it tonight. Because I wanted to test the theory of claiming the 19th reward and then the 20th, because I haven't done it a single time yet. And people were mentioning that you get like an extra 1,000 VP out of it. I've never bothered claiming it in that order. Guess I'm just being trolled. But, anyway, I never bothered to. Might as well do it for once. Just gotta make sure we don't accidentally go over 6,500 here. It's not a theory. Well, we'll find out when we do it. Because if so, that gives us a free 1,000 VP for doing basically nothing. Which can definitely help us on our grind. That also means we've lost 2,000 VP by not claiming it in past weeks. Wand of Stars, Goblin Shaman, Truffle. I remember when Goblin Shaman was actually the meta. I miss those days. But yeah, that would work pretty well for giving a little bit extra mana off the Browns. Why not Turnip, though, in that situation? Oh, because, you're using Wand of Stars. Never mind. I forgot, you can't use both Wand of Stars and Turnip. I'll probably mention it for the cheaper team. Though without Wand of Stars, obviously. Or maybe I'll show it with the Wand of Stars and just say downgrade it. Because that would work easier too. But normally I like having them copy-pastable so that people can just copy-paste them if they're lower rarity. Because the main thing that makes this high rarity is oddly enough the weapon. You cannot get this weapon if you currently don't have this weapon at this exact moment in time. You'll be able to in the future, but if you don't currently have this weapon, you can't run this weapon this week. So because of that, it's kind of a high rarity option. As if you don't have it, it is literally impossible to get it this week. And I do consider Wand of Stars a high rarity weapon. Even though it's technically kind of easy to get, all you have to do is get the levers and you pretty much automatically have the weapon. Because the weapon is so free in cost. The problem is you need to get the levers. And that can take a while to get. Like that can easily take several Vault events if you get unlucky. Or one if you get really lucky. Alright, our booster's now done. How are we doing on PvP rating? Oh, we can go claim it now and see. Should we click it now? We'll be wasting a bunch of boosters, but in all fairness, I don't really intend to use them for much value anyways. Oh, wait, never mind. We're not 19 yet. We still need to go a little bit further. I guess we could claim it, then take it, then claim it, then take it. And then claim it, then take it, and do it that way. Right, that will work. But yeah, we'll save that for when we have to go back to PvP. But first, let's go do the entirety of Spire. And then we'll go do like an hour of PvP. Alright, let's see. Let's go over to games. Under Spire. We have 7 torches left. AKA 12 torches left. Alright, let's go find this place. We're in the second section. We're trying to make it to the 4th section, so we're pretty much halfway there. Let's keep going. Actually, we're a little bit ahead of the curve. I just stopped spending 50 gems each day. We're actually ahead of where we should be by this point. Because we're only aiming for 4th category, not a full completion. So we're actually slightly ahead right now. That's a bit of a miss. And it has no freeze follow-up too, which is unfortunate. Can I just take a skull from Sky? Nice, we actually did! Luckily Skull Store made that a lot more likely, but still. I'll take it. Rowan and Rowan in the art. Rowan and Rowan. Okay, that didn't entangle us on first slot. That would have been annoying. Unfortunately, we missed every skull there. Taking double skull doesn't really help us here. I should have taken an extra turn yellow. We could have gotten a potential skull, which is one way to find out. Would we have? No, we wouldn't have. Had to check. Alright, there we go. Gosh, this team is so slow. Alright, we got a right or a left. I'm gonna go right. Has to be one or the other. You have an interesting glitch going on here. Your guild's crest in the middle of the screen. You can't see anything. Oh no. I haven't seen that one before. Oh, why'd I do that? I was like trying to set him up into baiting a skull and then just give him a skull. Which is very much not what we need. He takes a skull, we take a skull, we take a skull, he takes a skull. Then we take a skull and then we win. Oh wait, I have brown alignment. What am I doing? You posted a squirrel. I said I would go after Under Spire. So 9 more torches. Then we'll go hand out the code. And then we're probably doing PvP for like an hour. That is the game plan. First we gotta finish out Under Spire. But we'll use the gold and the XP boosters. And claim the 2 rewards separately. Let's see what happens. Though we'll know immediately as soon as we take the first one if it does anything. Because we just magically go up by 1,000 and it did. This looks promising for the door. You got distracted by the squirrel. All good. Cindy did a poll. Over 90% of audience has Wand of Stars. Really? Interesting. It is a pretty high percent. And it is pretty easy to get. I still would consider it low rarity. I mean, high rarity, I mean. Mostly because there's only a certain time that you can basically get it. And it is using your keys from a Vault event weekend. Which you can't always do just whenever. Even though it's not as locked as some weapons, it is still a time-gated locked weapon in that regard. Unless you have like a really big surplus of vault keys, but by that point you're probably at a position where you would already have every weapon pretty much. Alright. Do I need to do anything special here? Yeah, I'll stick a torch here. I don't know, we could do the poll too. I'm curious. Let's go do it. How many of you guys have Wand of Stars? We'll do our own poll too. Let's see if we get a similar number. Let's see. Because I could have sworn this would be close to like 70 or 80%, not like 90 plus. Oh no, we can say. You know, have to keep in mind, the people on our channels are probably more active than like the average player in the game though. Like the people who are showing up to our streams are generally going to be more active than someone just like casually playing through the game. Do you... So the numbers are always going to be skewed a bit higher for stuff like this. Do you have Wand of Stars weapon? Yes or no? There we go. Let's go check. I'm actually curious. What does our percent come out to? Because I could have sworn that would have been closer to like 60 to 80% or so. Oh no, we got entangled. That's really bad. It's almost the only way we do damage. And he entangles every skull, doesn't he? That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Honestly, it might be more beneficial if you just die so we can go kill him normally. Oh, we're at 95% at this point. Only one person in chat so far, I guess, wouldn't have had it then. Alright, we'll take the blue. Yeah, it's definitely a lot higher percent than I thought that would be. It's not enough damage to one-shot. It's kind of unfortunate. Please, go on Entangled already. I didn't think I would need like an Orpheus cleanse for a fight like this. But apparently we do. Oh wait, I can actually kill him now. That'll help us not get entangled. Wait, why didn't it do double damage? Oh no, that's not the one that does double damage. He just inflicts terror onto them. He doesn't actually do double damage. I was thinking of the other troop. Oh no. Whoops. Wait, he's still entangled. No. Wait, I think he was unentangled. I mean, this guy doesn't do double if they're terrored. He just simply does damage and then terrors them. But doesn't do extra if they're terrored already. Alright, now I just need him to get unentangled and we can start playing the game. Eventually. That or we need him to die, either or. Both of which are perfectly good strategy. There we go, finally. Oh, now we don't have extra damage, though. Terror might end up getting him, though. Oh, it did. Or something did. Oh, the death mark ended up getting it. I was like, wait, why did he have a normal death animation? I forgot. He death marks and terrors on Skull. And it was the death mark that killed him there. Not the terror. Alright, let's keep moving forward. Alright, I'll take a Skull. Take a Skull. I don't know, I guess I'll start showing Wand, I guess, as a cheap option. It's just every time I do, there will always be one person in the comment section that will ask, what's the weapon alternative? This is the only problem with that. Because even though a lot of really active people will have Wand, there's still a lot of people that don't have Wand. Even though its accessibility is pretty good if you do Vault events. Like, it should only take 1 to 3 Vault events to get Wand from a fresh account. Mostly dependent on how much you actually grind Vault events. I'm just gonna go for it. I technically don't need a Vault event to get it, though. That is where you get most of your Vault keys, of course. But it isn't required to get it from it. It just makes it a lot more likely that you would. Oh, what am I doing? Was I already there? Alright, we got 4 torches left. That should be enough to almost get to door. We should be able to see door, but not make it to door. We can peek at the door, but not enter it. I will take that over. We have brown alignment. I probably already did and ruined it, but now we have it again. Do I try for Skull from Sky? We have 2 chances. I'm going for it. Nice, we got one of them. I only did that because we have Bone Storm. I wouldn't have done that otherwise. But Bone Storm does make it statistically more likely that it would have happened. And it did. Hello, Defiant! Welcome, welcome. 63, 54. Take this one. I should have taken that in a way where I had Skull follow up since he was going to take a Skull anyways. I'm just going to go for it. No, we missed. So he can't take them all. Right, 2 more fights, and we should be able to see the door. And just get a nice little peek at it. And then we'll continue tomorrow. Also, I think I can stop spending gems on this too. So far we spent 150 gems for our silver. Which is a pretty good deal, honestly. 150 gems for double silver is a pretty solid exchange rate. It's actually absurdly cheap for what they are. Oh, we didn't land extra turn, that's bad. Random extra turn. Do we have alignment? I keep forgetting these things convert. Red to... Oh, good. We do have a blue to Doom Skull. Very nice. Alright, one more fight, and this should allow us to peek at the door. There'll be a tile in front of it that we can't actually traverse to until tomorrow. Do we have alignment? No. Is it still worth casting? Probably not. How about now? Not really. How about now? Not really. Even though I literally just casted it. Nope, not a good alignment. Still casting it. There we go. Still worked out. They can't take every option. As long as they're not extra turn. And there we go. We got to peek at the door. Alright. Well, we're halfway there. We've got to go through next section and use our lantern on the battle. So we're pretty much already there. We're actually more than halfway there. So I really need to stop spending gems. I actually didn't even need to spend it today. I think we already overspent. But I guess we could check some of the dead end rooms later. But yeah, we already overspent. We could have actually done it with 100 gems or even less. Because we're on Wednesday and we're pretty much there. More than halfway on the third day. Alright, I guess we do a ton of PvP now. I think we do like a whole hour of PvP. Before we do though, I did say I would hand out a redeem code as soon as we finish out that. And we did just finish out that. So here you guys go. Enjoy. Use it on gemswar.com for the game code section. Your invite code is under your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. You have same loot as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Enjoy. And now let's go on the PvP grind. I think we're just going to do a whole straight hour of PvP now. And use it with the boosters. So what I'm going to do is claim these, start doing PvP, then we claim it again as soon as we get a few more fights in. At like the 5,700 range. And then we get to claim it again, assuming it gives us 1,000. And then we're good to go. Right, let me go claim it here. There we go, and we'll claim it again in a little bit. Someone remind me in like 5 minutes to 10 minutes to go claim it again. Hopefully we won't forget. But now we just go run an hour of booster on gold souls. And this will get us to both our 2 milestones. And assuming both of those 2 1000s trigger, we should have about almost 10,000 by the end of this. By the end of this hour. Like we should be around 8 to 10,000. Depending on how quickly we go. I am going a little bit more for silver marks than I am VP though, so maybe closer to 8,000 mark. Assuming we get 1,000 from both of them. Which supposedly that works, but we'll find out. Ooh, wand missing. It's like the worst thing to ever see. There's a full miss wand. It's very unlikely, but it does happen. It's the worst, too, because you're blocking yourself off of every color after you do it. Yeah, it doesn't auto-lose every fight, but gosh, does it set you behind. But wow, the wand pull is at 97%, really? I'm very surprised that many people have wand. I have greatly underestimated how many people don't have wand. Obviously, that number is probably still skewed. Because obviously anyone who's here watching a live stream of Gems of War is probably a little bit more active than the average player. However, that is still way higher than I was expecting. 97%. That's basically everyone. Yeah, I guess we'll start maybe showing it occasionally as a low rarity option. Or not really as a low rarity option, but I'll mention it and be like, hey, you can just replace this with a different mana accumulation weapon. Because if that many people have it, yeah, that would work out. Oh, we still haven't gotten over our crowns yet. Hopefully we get those soon. Well, we'll easily get them passively over the next hour. That's not really too big of a worry. Speaking of which, hello. I'll go end the poll. There we go. Alright, do we have alignment? Yes. Grab it all. Get our turn. Throw a Beatrix down. Get a wand if we need it. Yeah, Wand's one of those things you can kind of just put on any team. Like, literally any team. It reminds me a lot of Leprechaun in that regard. Like, there's almost no wrong team for it. You just plop it on and it's good to go. This gives so much of a benefit. It's actually amazing how meta it became so quickly. But it's ease of access, I guess, the main thing that kind of did that too. Which is one of the reasons why Leprechaun became so mass used as well. Because obviously it's very easy to obtain. A little bit harder if you're like a brand new player, but still absurdly easy to get. Compared to the average option. Also, would love if Beatrix landed a single extra turn. There we go, finally. I think that might be the last crown we need. Find out when we get another one in like 5 minutes. Though they're all weighted evenly now, so it shouldn't actually take that long to get another one. It's not like the old system where the final one took like 10 minutes to get. They actually evened it out, so all of them are the same weight now. No longer do we have like that absurd, heavily weighted final one anymore. They actually removed that when they changed the crown system. They all should be pretty evenly weighted now, if not exactly perfectly evenly weighted. Whereas before, the further you went, the harder it was to get to further ones. But the last two, particularly the last one being very annoying to get. But that has since been changed. There's only the second event, I think, that we've had it for that's it's been changed for. Because it's been so long since we've had a Kingdom event. Let's vote for how many of us have Stellarix. We could. I might as well just for fun of it. If I had to guess what number that is, that has to be like 10%. It's going to be like the inverse of the poll we just did. But I can go do a poll for it real quick. I'm actually kind of curious too. Might as well. Let's do a poll for how many people have Stellarix. That has to be a pretty low number. Because honestly, even if I didn't get as lucky as we did, I probably still wouldn't even have Stellarix either. Let's see. Let's do a Stellarix poll. Do you own the new Stellarix troop? I'm just gonna make this one a yes or no too, just to make it simple. I could do different categories like 4 gem dragons, 5 gem dragons, 6, or something similar. I'm just gonna do yes or no. Do you own the new Stellarix troop? Because this one has to be really, really low. Especially with how, like, near negative views the video on him had. Like, that has to be, like, 10-20%. If even that. Alright, we're done with this category. Take our tribute. Like, it might actually be one of the most unobtained mythics in the whole game right now. Stellarix, that is. Like, I can't think of any mythic that's less unobtained than Stellarix. Well, generally speaking, something like Horde Mimic I would say is rarer. I would say that Stellarix is the current hardest troop in the entire game to own. Eventually, once Stellarix has been out for a little while, I would probably say that's Horde Mimic again. But in the current state of the game, I would say Stellarix is the hardest thing to have. At least it's still been out. It's for at least half a year or so. Then I would probably say Horde Mimic is the hardest one to get again. The Horde Mimic doesn't actually do anything. Stellarix is actually like a viable troop. Horde Mimic is just something that goes in your collection, and you forget you even own. Tacit snapped our Isabot? Wait, what happened? Let's see. Alright, Thermal. Yeah, we'll take the weaker one. So what are we in? A pure dragon category? Why is everything dragon here? Isn't this like purple restriction? Oh, it was only one dragon. But all three of the thumbnails was a dragon. That's kind of funny. Like every thumbnail we had for a fight was a dragon. Apparently each one only had one single dragon on it. Oh, that reminds me, we never actually did have dragon restriction yet, have we? We've had like colors that it would work well for. But never like a pure dragon category yet. So why on earth is my lowest one 57? Obviously it's based on their level. I still hope they fix that. Seems really weird that PvP rating is handed out based on level. Because it punishes higher level players substantially more. I assume they're going to be changing that by the time the next update or a few updates from now come around though. Too many high level people in the community who would let it stay like that. Definitely going to get adjusted. How much so is within question, but they're definitely going to adjust it and make it based on something else probably. Or at least make it less punishing when you're that high of a level. Actually, there should definitely be like a cap off of when it starts diminishing. Like regardless of your level, if you're fighting someone level 1,500 plus, you should be getting like max score. Regardless of your personal level relative to theirs. Hello, Frederico. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Higher people level people win faster, but there's a cap to how quickly you'll win. Like someone who's level 2,500 is not winning quicker than someone who's like 1,600. Like they might have a few extra stats, but they're both at about the same point. But I can see the argument for like a really high level range. Like someone around level 1,800 is obviously going to win way quicker than someone at level 1,000. But the difference once you start getting close to like 2,000 or even above 2,000 compared to someone like just below 2,000 is very small, if any at all. Yeah, in the current system, people at higher level get less VP. Quite a bit substantially less. They were going to DM it to you if you already knew. Wait, what? I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, by the way, Isabel, I did get your dip today, by the way. Thank you. I haven't actually tried it yet. But I did indeed get it. Good excuse for a walk today. Though I didn't really do that much of a walk. It was just to the mailbox and back. Like, it's not a short walk, but it's not definitely something that would be described as a long walk. It's relatively short. Hello, GJ Ram. Welcome. You've re-entered the game after a year? Nice. How do you get Dragonite? Farming Vault events is probably your best bet overall. We have 2 Vault events actually going on this month, oddly enough. Oh, did we hit our goal yet? Oh, good, we did. All right, let's see what happens. I click collect. Oh, you're right. You do get 1,000 VP. That is so broken. Well, we just got a free 1,000 VP. I guess we just utilized the glitch. Oh, no. But, yeah, it confirmed. It does give you an extra 1,000 VP. But yeah, to the previous question, oh, that's kind of broken. Hopefully they fix that next patch. But anyways, to the previous question, how do you get Dragonite? What just happened to my team? The way that you get Dragonite is from doing dungeons. You can either buy it per day with some gems, or you can try to get a perfect dungeon run by not hitting any traps while you go take all the bosses, which is completely luck-based, and you'll get some Dragonite. However, there is a way to infinitely farm it, but only during Vault events. You can find Dragonite gnomes during Vault events, technically whenever, but it's just easier to do during Vault events. and they will drop you a ton of Dragonite. It's probably one of the main primary ways they actually go about it these days. This is one of the more consistent ways to get Dragonite. And we actually have 2 Vault events this month instead of 1. So you'll be able to grind that pretty well. 2 Fridays from now and 4 Fridays from now should be a Vault event. It is simply partaking in the Vault event, quick killing, explore, or anything else that you want to do during it, even just PvP. And just killing every Dragonite gnome you ever see, as well as every gnome, obviously. But focusing on Dragonite gnomes and everything, you should be able to get quite a bit. In a single Vault event, you can probably rack up a couple thousand. Or maybe a little bit less than a couple thousand, depends how long you grind. You can definitely get yourself at least 1,000. But Dragonite is one of those more RNG-based, slow kind of grinds over time. It's not as locked as some currencies in the game, but it is a little bit locked behind just time progression. Even though it is technically infinitely farmable during Vault events. But you can get a ton from Dragonite gnomes during Vault weekends. I'm not sure the exact rates because I've never actually like timed it just for Dragonite, but it is pretty substantial. If you keep playing level 1 Explorer, how do you get so much? Well, level 1 Explorer is actually easier to get it on. The chance of getting a gnome is the same on every Explorer, so winning quicker on Explorer 1 gets you even quicker Dragonite. Because it's based on how many gnomes you cycle through. The amount that you get from the gnome is not dependent on what difficult you do it on. Doing a gnome on Explorer 1 gives the same loot as if you do it on Explorer 12. The only thing that reduces a Dragonite gnome's loot is during a Palooza. All gnomes' loot is drastically reduced. So whatever numbers you see during a Palooza for them is way less than what you would normally be getting for them. But when you find like a natural out in the wild Dragonite gnome, it drops 20 to 100 Dragonite per gnome, which is a pretty good handful of Dragonite. Obviously the 100's weighted to be a bit less. You tend to get like 20 to 50, but there's a chance to get the higher numbers. And there's a bare minimum of 20, so you're at least getting 20 every time. Unless you're doing it during a Palooza, in which case it will only give you like a small handful of it. But the ones that you find from just like spamming Explorer 1 and stuff should be 20 to 100. Yeah, you basically just spam level 1 Explorer. You would still want to do your Paloozas. You'll still get Dragonite during them. It's just every time you get a Dragonite gnome, you'll get a bit less. One strategy for that is, of course, to time your Palooza. And once you get a Dragonite gnome during the last 5 minutes, you can just stall your Palooza until the timer's over. And then after the timer is over, if you finish the battle of a Dragonite gnome that started during a Palooza, but ends after the Palooza, you'll get the full loot for it. So instead of getting like a single-digit amount of Dragonite, you can get the full 20 to 100 amount. Though it does cost you having to give up some of your Palooza time. Unless you find it literally on your final fight or something. But there's also another strategy if you care mostly about Dragonite. Because Dragonite's pretty expensive to buy with gems. I think it's like 5 or 6 gems per Dragonite or something. It's one of the more expensive currencies in the game. But it is buyable with gems every single day. As well as Alpha Merchant offers for the same price. It's only worthwhile if you have a lot of spare gems though. Which I was doing for some amount of time, but even in the current state of the game I probably wouldn't. It's just so expensive. But yeah, I think it's like 300 gems for 30 or something? Or 60 or whatever it is. How much is it? I haven't done it in ages. It's, yeah, it's 300 gems for 60, which means they're 5 gems each if you want to mass buy them. Though, of course, that can get pretty expensive pretty quick, but can give you a last little bit that you need in a pinch. If you would need to cover a small gap. But yeah, they're basically 5 gems each if you want to mass gem on them. Same if you find them on merchant offers. It's the same price ratio. It's not any cheaper or more expensive. But otherwise, most of the ways that you get them are either RNG based or wait till a Vault event. Which luckily we have 2 this month, unless they change it. It's actually the first month in a very long time we actually have 2 Vault events in a month. Like pretty much half this month's a Vault event because of that. Not literally, but you know. Like half the weekend events we have this month are just Vault events. And anything that isn't a Vault event is pretty much new content. This weekend we're getting a new hero class. 3 weekends from now we're getting a new faction. And like everything in between is just vault events for some reason. It is subject to change, but as it currently stands, it should be. Yeah, that's a pretty low amount for Distilleryx. So pretty much exactly where I thought it would be, though. Yeah, only like, what is that? 14% of people from the poll. Or sorry, 13%. Wait, why did it round down? Wait, I'm so confused. It's not 100% total, so let's say 14%, I guess. That's so weird. How does the poll only have 99% vote? There wasn't a vote of not vote. Unless YouTube always adds one, I'm not sure. Wait, how did that even happen? The total vote is up to 84%, or 99%. There's 1% missing somehow. So it's like 14% yes then. Which is, yeah, a very small amount. Which is kind of unfortunate. Distilleryx is such a fun option. Out of any troop we've gotten all last year, I would definitely say it's on the upper side of how fun it is. Other things would include Wand, E-Cattle, mostly with Egress. And what else was like absurdly fun last year? We got honestly, last year was one of the better years we've had for troops in a while. There's a lot of surprisingly like above average troops for once, as well as some meta-defining ones. Like Daughter of Time, for example, was a pretty fun one. Yeah, it could just be a rounding error, which would make the most sense. But yeah, there was a surprisingly good amount of troops last year. More so than any average year we've had in a long time. And hopefully they keep that up. Though that will potentially lead to power creep, though. But, I don't know, it's nice getting new troops that are actually usable rather than just junk. And if not necessarily usable, at least fun to use. Wait, did we get Chalcedony last year? I thought that was the year before. Yeah, that's a lot of really good journey troops. Wait, was Chalcedony really last year? That means we got like 5 or 6 of the journey troops last year then. Which I guess it makes sense based on how it was divided. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Pretty much all the journey troops came in last year too. All the infinite loop ones. Most of which are shiny as well. Oh, because yeah, it would have, because we got the kingdom all the way at the beginning of the year. Back in like January or February of last year. So yeah, I didn't even think about that. We got every journey troop last year. Like all the really good meta infinite loop ones. I didn't even think of that as one thing in that category, but yeah, that is another thing in that category. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to go change this team for when we do the video. I just did this for the sake of it because we could. But, I should probably make it a real brown team. How tempted I am to go Guard's Avatar quick kill. Let's see. I'll take that over. Honestly, I almost want to make it into a, oh gosh, what's that one troop called? Scutiso? What's that one, brown, green, blue, infinite loop into itself troll troop? Because we can end up just running that. When will we get Groshnock event again? I'm not sure when the next one is. I'm not sure if we even know if a Terran's World at the moment. Which means it's probably going to be a while if that is the case. Oh, you get a shiny from it too? Ooh. Which I think the previous DLC had a guarantee shiny too. I never bothered going for it. I think if you got like the highest tier in that one berry racing thing, you got like a shiny Munchlax. But doing it solo I think is nearly impossible. You'd have to get like a group of 4 people to do it properly. How much money have we put into the game so far? A little under 1,000. I want to say it's like 850 or so over the course of 9 years, which I guess at this point almost 10 years. Later this year will be the 10-year mark. So over the course of a little over 9 years, we spent a little under $900, so less than 100 a year. The number has been going up because of the season passes and everything, and also Isabel's generosity. Because we've been going for the bigger passes for Kingdom passes and such. We probably just would have won for the standard pass otherwise. And that is greatly, greatly appreciated. But, yeah, it's come out to about 100 a year. Which, based on a game's standard subscription, that's not too bad. Could be cheaper, could be more expensive. Oh, we would effectively spend about 100 a year at this point. Yeah, the VIP levels are kind of insane. Max VIP... Oh, we just got the same section again. Max VIP is like, I want to say $8,000. VIP 10, I believe, is $790, which we actually just recently got. Oh yeah, there's a lot of purchases in the game that are, like, abysmally bad. The main thing that's really racked up our costs lately is just doing all the season passes and kingdom passes, like right now. The current kingdom pass that we have right now. We spent, what was that, $8 on that? Just so we can get everything and kind of show it a bit early. The only thing that's really going to give us is just some convenience for some of them. Make it so we don't have to max them with some resources, a few extra deed books, and, the only real, like, substantial thing we can use is probably the weapon and the legend a bit early. Because that weapon's the only AoE we have in the entire kingdom. Unless I missed an option, we actually don't have any other AoE until either the faction or never? Or until they add more. Because I'm not sure if the faction actually had an AoE option. If not, that weapon's gonna be like the only way in the entire kingdom for at least a couple months. Unfortunately, it's on the weapon and not on a troop. Because it'll be a lot more convenient if it was on a troop instead. How's this thing still not dead? The loudest hiccup you've ever heard. Did I just hiccup? I didn't even notice. They just come out sometimes. But no, most of the VIP rewards that you get in this game aren't even that useful. The only thing VIP is really good for is maybe the auto scouting, which I think you get at like what, tier 2 or tier 3 VIP. I think it's like $40 to get to it. Because every other perk you get from it's pretty underwhelming. Most of it's just like straight up extra boost for resources or knick-knack stuff you don't really need. Those boosts do add up to be a lot over time. But they're for resources that don't really matter as much, like gold, souls, stuff like that. Technically some EXP ones, which I guess that somewhat matters, but not that much. If anything, having high XP is actually detrimental in the current state of the game. I'm pretty sure they're going to be tweaking that with the PvP system soon. How much time do we have on that booster? Because we're probably going until that booster is done. Which at this point is another half an hour. So let's keep going. That is the game plan. And hopefully that gets us to about... I said around 8 to 10,000 earlier. Hopefully we'll get a bit closer to 10,000. Also, we should be able to get a pet tonight as well. Then we just need to go earn the other pet later. Oh yeah, Wild King is really crazy, the amount of damage you can get out of nowhere. It's a really fun troop. You spent hundreds of Vault keys, still cannot get the legendary troop from the other day. Wait, which one? Keep in mind that one Terra card that's in the Season Pass right now cannot be obtained. Unless you're talking about a different one. Let's see, what's our rating right now? Hey, wow, we actually are going to exceed over 10,000. We're getting way more than I thought. Hey, we're catching up on leaderboard. Oh no, I might scare them away. Maybe we should slow down. We might scare them, we're approaching too quickly. Oh, why did I not go for the second Tesla? It was very obviously not going to kill. No, what is this? Why are we so bad with Wand today? It's like the third time this stream we full missed with Wand. Oh, so I could be taking the harder fights. Tesla should be able to double shot all of these regardless of the difficulty. So we should be taking the highest difficulty one each time. As I say that, as I'm not going for one. I just saw that Piscea there and was like, nope. I see you getting an instant double devour turn 1. Not gonna happen. I only needed one Tesla for that one. That's because we killed the other guy already. It doesn't exist like your comment. Just because I don't read them all doesn't mean I'm not reading them all. Oh, throw down one. Get our Teslas in there. Oh, you have Submerge. A lot of annoying Submerge ones. So we are under blue category, I guess that makes sense. What's with the N be replacing all the T's? Did we say something one day that made that happen? Why has everyone been replacing T's with N's? So why'd I do that? We already had Wind Condition, now we don't. We need him to drop Submerge. I guess I could drop Submerge for him. Go, Umbral Stars. With Umbral Star. Wait, wait, wait. What? I just cursed him. No! We keep damaging him. The plus-shaped Destroy from the Umbral Stars destroys a skull and then re-gives him Submerge. Oh, that was funny. I was wondering for a second why he wasn't desubmerging. It was because it would first curse him, but then after the curse was applied, he would get hit by a skull off the Destroy on the board, which would resubmerge him immediately. There's the only problem with running Tesla here. Blue has a lot of Submerge. More so than any color. Not that other colors don't, but blue is definitely the most saturated Submerge category. Same as blue also has the most freeze. Ooh, that one's worth a lot more points for how much easier it is. Or not easier, but barely any harder. Oh, that's the wrong convert. I was about to use it like Tapon. Wrong team. Oh, pure miss. Double pure miss. What's going on here? What's with our missing spree? Do I think they'll ever tweak the VIP system? I don't think they will. They haven't tweaked it in a very long time. Though people have been wanting tweaks to it over the years. Mostly because it doesn't actually give that much reward. Which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing in the sense that it's less pay to win because of that. I guess it's also a bad thing because people who are actually, you know, paying a lot of money in the game get almost no reward for having high VIP. They haven't updated it in a very, very, very long time. Like, we're talking like 2018, I want to say, is the last time we've had a substantial VIP update. It's been a good 5+ years, if not longer. So we are kind of due for once, I'm not sure. How long do I think the game will go on? Probably a very long time. Gems of War's numbers has always been pretty solid. Especially for a game that has, like, no advertising at all. Which is something that I always found kind of weird, that they don't really have any advertising. Like, I don't expect them to have, like, Raid Shadow Legends level of advertising. But the amount of, like, non-existence in advertising that they have is actually kind of surprising. Relative to how healthy the game is doing. I know, I missed. There's a lot of games out there that have had a surprisingly long lifespan. There's actually a lot of games I've played over the years that are actually still alive. Back from the early 2000s. Dota 1, or at least its Dota 2 equivalent, is still going to this day. Is one of like the top 5 esports in the entire world. And it started back in 2003, 2004. There's RuneScape, which started back in like late 1990s. And they literally had their peak concurrent ever in the history of the game back in like a month ago. When they did the most recent temporary game mode. And then there's Gems of War, which isn't fending nearly as well as those other two games. Mostly due to lack of name recognition. But a decade later, it's still going pretty strong. Like, it has, like, at least 5 to 10 times the player base that it had at launch. Technically Mario Kart 8. That's funny. That's weird to think about. Mario Kart 8 has been out since, like, 2014? That is insane. How have they not made a sequel for Mario Kart yet? I don't, like, actively play Mario Kart. Like, obviously we do casually here or there with, like, friends or streams occasionally. Ever so occasionally. I think we did it, like, once all last year or something. But, yeah, I can't believe that game is still going. How have they not made a sequel to Mario Kart 8? I think it's kind of like the whole issue with, like, Sims 3 or 4, whatever they're at. Sims 4. Like, how on earth have they not made a sequel yet? That's one of those other things that just seems really weird. Especially for how big of an IP Mario Kart is. To not make a sequel in, like, a decade. Not counting the mobile version. Mobile version doesn't count. But not counting the mobile version, they haven't made a sequel in over a decade. Or almost a decade, however long it's been. It's kind of insane. It's one of Nintendo's biggest IPs, and they're literally doing nothing with it aside from a mobile game, and keep doing DLC for a game that's been out for a decade. Which is pretty much the Sims approach. DLC what you already have 1,000 times over. No, Nintendo's not that bad with it. I'm pretty sure the total cost of Sims 4 right now is literally like a used car price. Like it is literal thousands with how much DLC that game is at this point. It's kind of insane. Which I don't think there's any game in existence that has more DLC than Sims 4. I don't think there's ever been a game that has ever been made that has more DLC than Sims 4 does right now. Let's see. I'll take the easier one. Actually, that one's substantially easier for only 4. The GTA 5 approach. Oh yeah, that game too. I never got into the GTA games though. But yeah, hasn't GTA 5 been out for like almost a decade now? They would have to follow it up with something insane though. Which is probably why it's taken so long. Will I play Prince of Persia? I've seen ads for it. I know it's not like the kind of game I would normally play for the most part. Because isn't it mostly like an adventure platformer? I generally don't play platformers that often, oddly enough. I do like the genre of platformers. I just don't tend to play them that often. Like, it's not my favorite genre, but it's definitely a genre I do play here and there. It's definitely not one of those genres that I play that many games in, though. Purple to green. Actually, it's been so long since we played a platformer that I think the last platformer we played was Hollow Knight. Now that I think about it. And that was like over a year ago at this point. I think we played it like summer last year? I don't remember. That was the most recent platformer we've bothered playing. And it was pretty good. I think the sequel's finally coming out this year. I know it's been delayed like 5 years in a row, but at some point it has to be released. Let's see. I keep thinking we're using the converter from the previous set of battles we were just doing. Because I keep trying to do yellow to green, but now we're using purple to green. But I keep trying to click the convert button based on whatever previous one we were using. Oh, I needed him to live. That's unfortunate. There we go. Actually, I should be doing it to the one further back so it actually lands. How many more do we need in this? 2 more? I'll take the lower one, I guess. Also, we should be clear over 10,000 VP. I'm actually surprised. My estimate of like 8 to 10,000 got completely blown out. I really underestimate how quickly you can farm VP. I keep thinking it's like, oh, it's only a few thousand an hour. It's actually quite a bit more than a few thousand an hour. If you like really focus on it. Especially if you camp one location that just gives you really good rates. Rather than chase silvers all the time. Because even when chasing silvers, we're getting more than like 3,000 an hour. And if we just camped a location, I feel like we could almost do 10,000 an hour. If you like full focus with like the most optimal location over and over again. I said hello, Andresia. Sorry, I didn't say hi earlier. Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. I can throw that down. Yeah, I'm sure still not sure what my games list is going to be this year. The only thing I 100% know I'm playing this year, as far as things that we're going to be doing, is definitely 1,000 Year Door. But beyond that, I don't know, I haven't really picked out anything. Well, we'll see what gets released. Probably some big indie game will probably hit this year as well. What I really want as far as from a game in like current time, I really wish a game like Slay the Spire would come out again. Like something along that kind of level of game. Because I much prefer, like, hard turn-based strategy games over anything. And that was one of the most balanced turn-based strategy games I think I've ever played. Like, the balance between difficulty and still challenging. I haven't seen a game do difficulty that well in a very long time. It's one thing I feel like a lot of games do really horribly these days. Like difficulty scaling and incentive for difficulty. The Slay Spire did it absurdly well. What do we need here? Let's take our convert. Where's Isabel? I'm not sure where Isabel went. I think she had to go for the night. But I'm not sure what happened. Let's see. Unless I missed the comment where she said she was going away. Or she just fell asleep. She might just crashed. Isabel got driven off because I was ignoring her chats. I didn't ignore her chats. I acknowledged like every single one. Let's see. I'll take that one. What do we need here? A purple to green. Mr. Z. I'll take the brown over. Oh, that's not good. I needed that to not die. Whoops. I should start doing it to the one further back. But I guess I couldn't do it this time because it's stealthy. Do we have any alignment here? Yes, we do. Oh no, that one totem that does barrier on everything. Combined with a mana drainer. How annoying is that? Oh, and it's a mana drainer that denies green if it wasn't already bad enough. As soon as we get our infinite loop up, we win though. Just don't do something crazy. Okay, there we go. We should be fine. Alright, all is good. Should be able to win from here. Also, barrier doesn't protect against Devour anymore. Right? It does? Since when? Oh, maybe secondary Devour it still protects from. Because I'm pretty sure Devour still hits through it, does it not? Or, oh no, or does this barrier just always protect it from it? I just haven't paid much attention. I could have sworn they made that also hit through barrier. Apparently not. How many points are we up to? Oh, we have enough to get a pet. We'll do that after the timer goes up. Yeah, it looks like we're in a little over 12,000. That's not too bad. We already got back to middle position. And we're halfway to, top 5. Yeah, that's not too bad. We got almost all those points tonight as well, surprisingly. Try typing something dirty in chat that Izzy would mod. No, don't do that. Oh yeah, I did end up reading the thing that was related to the shiny thing. I even mentioned it in chat, or, you know, aloud. Oh, I can take that one over. Oh, I'll take that one over. No, Pokeball is disappointed. Let's see. Keep forgetting we even have this weapon on this team. Wait, why did it do so little? Oh! I thought Queen Beatrix counted as a monster. Oh, that weapon's actually really useless. Wait. That weapon actually does, like, negative value. I need to go replace that weapon. You need, like, an explodey Drifting Sands weapon or something. Also, Beatrix, stop missing! We need you. Do something! There we go. It did something a little late, though. Alright, what do we need here? We need to go replace out the weapon. Oh, no. I need to, like, explode from Drifting Sands. Do we have that? There it is. It has been done. Is that the best thing we have? I guess so, unless we want to run, like, Dancing Daggers or something. Doesn't really do much when we're doing true damage, mostly. Yeah, Beatrix doesn't count as monster. I kind of forgot about that. But it does count as Drifting Sand, so that weapon will work now. Of course, the second we do, she just loops into herself infinitely. Which ideally, she would just do every fight. Alright, 2 more for this one. I'll take the weaker one. It's not that much of a difference there. But it's kind of weird that Beatrix isn't a monster in the monster-based kingdom. Gains a lot less of a benefit that way. We got barrier for them, not like that really matters much though. What was that? One more fight? One more fight. I'll take the higher one. It's quite a bit more points for barely any higher difficulty. Oh, do I have -1 red right now? But for the most part, that's not really going to make too big of an impact on it, but I probably should tweak it. We'd mostly want +2 green, +1 blue. With how this team is currently set up. Because I don't really need the brown for anything. Alright, something needs to go get full mana. There we go. Well, sometimes the faction troops align with the kingdom. Not always. But there's quite a few where it does align. Or the primary thing from the faction is also the primary thing from the kingdom. Okay, I do need a green-blue banner, but not minus green. Or whatever we have it on. I can minus brown. Which honestly is less consequential. Yeah, +2 green, +1 blue, -1 brown. Because we either have to minus red or brown. And honestly, I think we get less of a downside for minusing brown here. Did we already do over battles? We did. Alright, next category. We got 6 minutes left on the clock. I think that's enough for like one more place, maybe 2. And as Chad mentioned, definitely for leave a like on the stream, helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. What do we have? Purple to green. Throw that down. Grab the Pokey-Poke. Dislike until Izzy comes back. I'm pretty sure like she left to go play Pokemon. And she was last night as well. Justice for Isabel. Let's see. I'll take that one over. Wait, do we have kill range? Oh, that's gonna be scary having him in first slot though. Oh no! Don't get a random skull. What are you doing? You know what? Let me go kill the other one and then we'll go double kill you too. Oh, or that will happen. That works too, I guess. Oh, I don't want to deal with that Empower Mana Drainer. It's too annoying. The Cookie Hunger Strike. Yeah, I'll go check on her after the stream. I still don't fully understand what happened, though. Because I literally read the comment aloud. Oh, the reason I wasn't reading like all of it was to avoid spoilers. Let's see. Take that one. Take the green. Throw that one down. Get a poke on last slot. Oh, I just realized. I just did this battle to avoid the Mana Drainer, and we got the Mana Drainer. Luckily, it didn't really do anything. Oh, no, that's not the Mana Drain one. Well, that one does have Mana Drain, but it doesn't have Empower Mana Drain. It's not the super annoying one. Izzy has 1 foot in the ignore list. There's not an ignore list. I'm just really bad at reading all of chat. Let's see. Oh no, it died. Kinda need that alive. I think we have enough time to do one more section. We got 1 minute 50 seconds left. Come on, give us a good section. Never mind, we do not have enough time to go do one section. We got Drifting Sands. Honestly, I almost just want to leave it there. I do not want to do Drifting Sands right now. You know what? We'll do the middle. How about that? Compromise. Let's go kill firebombs. We'll do the middle with the little bit of boost we have left. We'll still get some silver marks, just not a lot of them. These fights should be really quick. Especially if they're all 4 times firebomb teams. Actually, why am I even trying to win? It'd be quicker just to let the firebombs do firebomb things than it would be to cast all of this. Oh, treasure teams. They still exist. Until a couple weeks from now, when the whole PvP system is actual people's teams, and then it's going to be a nightmare. I'm surprised we still haven't reached that point yet. We haven't actually reached the point where all teams are the special teams. Like actual people's, like, proper teams. Because that is the intention of what PvP will eventually be. Which will make a lot of those categories really annoying. Like the really specific ones, like Orc and stuff like that. Because every single person's team is going to be one of like 3 different metas. You have 3 options, but they're all going to be basically the same thing. I think we have one more fight after this, and then that will be our final fight. Then we'll go grab a pet, and we'll be good to go. And then we should be halfway done with our PvP grind. Technically a third, because we're probably going for at least 30,000 plus. We'll even go for top 3. Obviously the third of top 3, but still top 3. Oh, that's the last one we needed. Did you encounter the bomb team you've seen after the update? Well, they're not populated into PvP teams yet, but yes, there are bomb bot and firebomb teams that are pretty quick. And there we go, 12,398. Or 94, I mean. Which is substantially higher than I was expecting. I was expecting around 8 to 10,000. And we hit 12,000. But still got a little ways to go. Still need like an extra 10,000 on that just to make top 5. And quite a bit more if we want to make top 3. I'm really surprised how close all my top 3 is right now. They're basically all the same scores, surprisingly. And luckily we don't have any of the ultra tryhards on leaderboard right now. One of them was earlier, but they're definitely not anymore. Anyways, I guess we'll end it by getting the pet. Let's just make sure we don't accidentally get a duplicate. Let's go to the PvP shop. I believe I don't have either of these pets, but just to make sure, let's go double check in our collection. Click on pet, click on unowned. And there he is. Alright, let's go get him. Actually, we almost have all the new PvP pets. How many were we missing? We're missing 8. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Wait, how's it 15? Wait, 12, 13, 14. Oh no, I miscounted. Yeah, we're missing 14 of the new PvP pets. Soon to be 12. And they added 20, I think. Alright, so we definitely don't have it. Let's go buy it. PvP shop. Go to pets. Go to this thing. Click confirm. And it has been done. And now we just have to go get the Dune lists. And then we'll have them all. Oh, all that we can have for free. Without spending the gold marks for them. And since we're already here, might as well go upgrade it. Upgradable. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. And we got ourselves a badger. What's this bonus even for? Urska. Have we even had an Urska restriction? I don't think we have yet. Oh, well, at some point. But anyways, guys. Oh, we got an orb from it. Anything good? Hey, blue. But anyways, guys, I think we'll end it there for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. We'll be having no event, oddly enough, so probably do a lot of PvP grind. Finally try to catch up on it. Hopefully have the video going over PvP as well. All the adjusted teams for both the low and high range. And just have a ton of them to go over, all 20 of them. And also have a lot more PvP rating by then. Maybe we'll aim for like 20,000 plus for tomorrow. Because obviously we got to try hitting the top 3. And honestly, top 3 is so close, I might just... Or top 5, I mean. And top 5 so close, I might just go try for top 3, we'll see. And that's so close, I almost feel like going for number 1. We'll have to grind a bit more than we normally do, but I think we can easily hit number 1. Let's see. She has rage quit gems to go do Pokemon. Well, that makes sense. She was doing the same thing last night. Let's see. Just reading back in chat. Just reading back on everything. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope you guys been having a wonderful new year, and I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.